Have you ever wondered if there's something greater behind your everyday life, like an invisible force organizing everything? What if I told you that there are 13 universal laws shaping every aspect of your life? These laws not only explain how the universe works but also teach us how to live in harmony with it. Today, we embark on a journey to explore these 13 laws, uncovering secrets that can transform your reality. Imagine being able to manifest your dreams, overcome challenges, and find balance simply by understanding these profound truths. Each of these laws is interconnected, forming a perfect system. Together, they create a map for a fulfilled and aligned life. Get ready to discover how the universe works, and how you can use these laws to create the life you've always desired. And we begin with the foundation of everything, the Law of Divine Oneness. Law of Divine Oneness. Everything is connected. This is the essence of the Law of Divine Oneness, the first and most fundamental of the universal laws. It teaches us that we are not isolated beings, we are part of a larger whole, a vast energetic field where every thought, emotion, and action we emit creates waves that affect everything around us. Imagine a still lake. When you throw a stone into it, it creates ripples that spread out in all directions. Our thoughts and actions work the same way in the universe. For instance, a smile can brighten someone's day and spark a chain of kindness that impacts far more than we can imagine. This law invites us to see that what we do, think, and feel is not solely ours. Our moments of joy, pain, love, or anger have the power to shape the collective. It reminds us that every choice matters, and that by acting consciously, we can contribute to a more harmonious world. To apply this law in your life, start by recognizing the connections around you. Notice how small gestures, like expressing gratitude, can create a positive impact. Cultivate thoughts and actions that promote unity and kindness. Remember, you are part of something much greater, and that is incredibly powerful. Understanding this connection is just the beginning. The next step is to understand how we vibrate within this interconnected universe, which brings us to the law of vibration. Law of vibration. The law of vibration reveals one of the deepest secrets of the universe. Everything is in constant motion, vibrating at different frequencies. From the smallest particle to the largest galaxies, everything is energy. And this energy vibrates, creating patterns that influence reality. But what does this mean for you? Simply put, your thoughts, emotions, and actions emit vibrations that affect the world around you. Emotions like love and joy have high frequencies, while fear and anger vibrate at lower frequencies. And these vibrations don't stay contained within you, they connect to the universe, shaping what you attract into your life. Imagine waking up feeling grateful. Your positive energy creates a wave that impacts your interactions throughout the day. Conversely, starting the day with complaints can lower your vibration and attract challenging experiences. To raise your vibration, adopt practices like meditation, gratitude, and mindfulness. This isn't about ignoring negative feelings but consciously recognizing and transforming them. Small shifts in your frequency can create significant changes. The law of vibration is directly connected to divine oneness. Your vibrations don't just impact you, they also contribute to the collective energy. And by mastering your vibrations, you are ready to transform intentions into action, which brings us to the next law. Before diving into the next laws, like the video so we know you're enjoying the content. This motivates us to keep delivering even better material. Law of action. The law of action reminds us that intention without action is just a dream. For our thoughts and desires to manifest in the physical world, we must act. This law is the bridge between our inner and outer worlds, turning vibrations and intentions into reality. Imagine you want to change your career. Thinking about it and dreaming of the change is the first step, but without concrete actions, like taking courses, sending out resumes, or expanding your network, nothing will happen. Aligned actions are those that reflect your intentions and desires. Start by setting clear goals and breaking them into small, achievable steps. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to manifesting your objective. Remember, the law of action works hand in hand with the law of vibration. Your actions carry a frequency that interacts with the universe. Acting with positivity and purpose increases your chances of success. Understanding how to act is crucial, but it's equally important to understand how our internal world reflects the external. This leads us to the law of correspondence. Law of correspondence. As within, so without. As above, so below. This is the essence of the law of correspondence, which reveals the connection between our internal and external worlds. This law teaches us that what we experience externally is a direct reflection of what we believe, feel, and think internally. Have you ever felt stuck in repetitive situations, like financial struggles or challenging relationships? The law of correspondence suggests that the root of these situations may lie in the internal patterns you carry. For example, beliefs like, "I'm not good enough," might manifest in an environment where you constantly feel undervalued. But this law isn't about blame. On the contrary, it empowers us to transform our reality by changing our internal world. It all starts with introspection. Ask yourself, what beliefs am I holding on to? Do they help me or limit me? By identifying internal patterns, you can reprogram them to align your experiences with what you desire. The practice is simple yet powerful. Whenever something in your external world feels challenging, turn inward. Use tools like meditation, positive affirmations, and self-reflection to create internal harmony. When you transform your inner self, your external reality changes as a reflection. This law complements the law of action and the law of vibration, showing that our actions and energies can only manifest lasting changes when they're in sync with a balanced internal state. With this clarity, we can move on to one of the most well-known and desired laws, the law of attraction. Law of attraction. The law of attraction is perhaps the most famous of the universal laws, but it's often misunderstood. It teaches us that, like attracts like. In other words, what you think, feel, and believe attracts corresponding experiences into your life. Your thoughts are like magnets. Constantly thinking about prosperity, paired with positive feelings, attracts opportunities and resources that reflect that energy. Similarly, thoughts of scarcity or fear tend to attract situations that reinforce those beliefs. But the law of attraction goes beyond mere positive thinking. For it to work, you need to align three elements: thought, emotion, and belief. It's not enough to just think about success, you must feel as if you've already achieved it and deeply believe it's possible. For example, imagine you want a new job. Visualize yourself in that position, feel the happiness of already being there, and believe it's achievable. But remember, loose thoughts without action lead nowhere. This is where the law of attraction connects with the law of action. You also need to take concrete steps. Practices like visualization, dream boards, and affirmations help reinforce these vibrations. However, the key is maintaining consistency and focus. When you doubt or contradict your desires, the vibration you emit becomes confused, making it harder to align with the universe. The beauty of the law of attraction lies in its simplicity and depth. It empowers us to be conscious creators of our reality but also holds us accountable for the energies we emit. Now that we understand how to attract what we desire, it's essential to remember that everything we attract is a direct consequence of our choices. This brings us to the law of cause and effect. Law of cause and effect. What we sow, we reap. This is the essence of the law of cause and effect, reminding us that every thought, action, and choice we make generates an inevitable consequence. Nothing happens by chance, everything results from a prior cause. This law teaches us that we are the architects of our reality. Every decision we make, no matter how small, creates an impact that unfolds over time. For instance, choosing to treat someone kindly can generate a chain of goodwill, while impulsive or negative actions often lead to unpleasant outcomes. The great power of this law is that it makes us responsible for our lives. We are not victims of a random universe. Instead, Every experience we live is directly connected to something we thought, felt, or did in the past. However, it's important to remember that this law isn't punitive, it's educational. It helps us realize that we can shape our future by making conscious decisions today. Small daily choices, like expressing gratitude, seeking learning, or acting with integrity, plant seeds for a more positive tomorrow. To apply this law, practice self-awareness. Before acting, ask yourself, is this action aligned with the life I want to create? Reflect on the patterns in your current life and seek to understand the causes that created them. This reflection opens doors to meaningful change. The law of cause and effect is deeply connected with other laws, such as the law of vibration and the law of attraction, demonstrating that the universe responds not only to our intentions but also to the actions we take.
And when we make aligned decisions, the universe rewards us. This brings us to the law of compensation. Law of compensation. The law of compensation guarantees universal balance. It teaches us that everything we give to the world comes back to us, often in unexpected ways. It's the tangible manifestation of the law of cause and effect, especially regarding rewards and blessings. Imagine planting a fruit tree. You care for it with dedication, water it, and give it attention. Over time, the tree grows and begins to bear abundant fruit. This is how the law of compensation works. The universe rewards our actions, words, and thoughts aligned with positive energy and genuine intention. However, this law also operates in the opposite direction. Negative actions, such as dishonesty or selfishness, tend to bring results that reflect the energy emitted. The secret to working with this law is to act authentically and without expectation. When you give with an open heart, whether time, energy, or resources, the universe compensates you in surprising ways. Sometimes the reward isn't immediate, but it always arrives. This law teaches us to trust in the flow of the universe and the inherent balance of life. When we plant seeds of kindness, the universe takes care of the harvest. The law of compensation complements other laws such as the law of action and the law of attraction, reinforcing the idea that everything we give to the world, consciously or unconsciously, comes back to us. From balance and fairness, we move to the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which reveals the power to transform any situation. Law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy never stays static, it is constantly moving and transforming. This is the essence of the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which teaches us that we have the power to turn negative energy into positive and change the vibration of any situation. Think about a difficult day. You come home exhausted, but after listening to a song you love or connecting with someone special, your mood shifts. This is transmutation in action, transforming low vibrations into something elevated and positive. The universe provides us with tools to work with this law. Practices like meditation, conscious breathing, or even creative activities help transmute negative emotions such as anger or sadness into more balanced and lighter feelings. This law also reminds us that our energy influences the environment around us. In a group of people, your energy can lift or lower the collective vibration. That's why cultivating elevated vibrations benefits not just yourself but also creates a positive impact on the world around you. It's important to understand that transmuting energy doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing difficult emotions. On the contrary, it means recognizing these states and consciously choosing to transform them. Over time, this becomes a powerful habit. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy is closely linked to the law of vibration, showing how our energetic choices impact the frequency at which we vibrate. When we learn to transmute energy, we gain the power to create profound changes, both internally and externally. With this ability, we can approach our next lesson, the law of relativity, which teaches us the art of changing perspectives. Law of relativity. Nothing is inherently good or bad, big or small, easy or difficult. Everything is relative. This is the essence of the law of relativity, which teaches us that our experiences are shaped by how we perceive them and what we compare them to. Think about a challenge you recently faced. It might have seemed insurmountable until you heard the story of someone who overcame something even more difficult. Suddenly, your challenge seemed more manageable. This shift in perspective is the power of relativity. The law of relativity helps us understand that the way we see our situations determines our experience. An obstacle might appear as a problem, but when viewed as an opportunity for growth, it becomes a blessing in disguise. This law also invites us to cultivate empathy. When we realize that each person faces unique challenges, we can connect with more compassion and less judgment. In practice, use the law of relativity to change your perspective. Whenever something feels difficult, ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I grow from this experience? This simple shift in focus can completely transform how you navigate life's ups and downs. This law works harmoniously with the law of vibration, showing that our perceptions affect our frequency. And when we learn to re-evaluate what we experience, we're ready to understand the importance of opposites and the law of polarity. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any content. Every day we publish videos packed with valuable knowledge. Law of polarity. The law of polarity teaches us that everything in the universe exists in opposing pairs: light and shadow, hot and cold, love and fear. This duality isn't a mistake or coincidence. It's essential for existence and balance. Imagine a perfect summer day. You can only appreciate the warmth because you've experienced the cold. Similarly, moments of joy are more meaningful when you've faced sadness. The law of polarity invites us to recognize that every experience has two sides and that both are necessary for our growth. This law is particularly helpful in challenging times. When we face difficulties, we can use polarity to find the positive side. For instance, in a moment of loss, we can find an opportunity to reconnect with what truly matters. This doesn't mean denying or ignoring the pain, but rather recognizing that every experience carries a lesson or opportunity. Polarity also teaches us about transformation. Negative emotions like anger can be used as fuel for positive changes, such as setting healthy boundaries or seeking a new direction in life. This transformation reflects the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, demonstrating how universal laws work together. In practice, you can use the law of polarity to expand your perspective. When something seems bad, ask yourself, what's the opposite of this? How can this experience strengthen or teach me? This simple reflection can bring clarity and relief. Recognizing and accepting opposites helps us find balance. And this balance prepares us to understand life's natural flow, governed by the law of rhythm. Law of rhythm. Everything in the universe follows cycles. The changing seasons, the rising and setting of the sun, even our own moods and life phases. The law of rhythm teaches us that life is made up of highs and lows, and that accepting these cycles is the key to living with greater harmony. If you've ever gone through a difficult period, you may have noticed that over time things improved. That's because, just like the tides ebb and flow, our lives also follow rhythmic patterns. When we understand this natural flow, we can face tough moments with more resilience, knowing they are temporary. Resisting life's natural rhythm creates suffering. For instance, when we try to speed through moments of rest or avoid periods of introspection, we disconnect from balance. Instead, the law of rhythm invites us to flow with these cycles, embracing times of expansion and accepting phases of retreat as opportunities to recharge. To apply this law, observe the patterns in your life. Identify when you're in a cycle of high productivity or creativity and use that energy to move forward. During quieter times, allow yourself to rest and reflect without guilt. The law of rhythm complements the law of polarity, showing that the highs and lows aren't opposing forces in conflict but parts of a larger, harmonious cycle. And by understanding this balance, we prepare ourselves to integrate both masculine and feminine energy through the law of gender. Law of gender. The law of gender teaches us that everything in the universe contains two fundamental energies, masculine and feminine. These energies aren't related to biological gender but to universal qualities. Masculine energy represents action, logic, and strength, while feminine energy embodies intuition, receptivity, and creativity. These energies aren't opposites, they're complements. Think of a river. Masculine energy is the current that propels the water, while feminine energy is the riverbed that supports and guides it. Both are necessary for a harmonious flow. In daily life, the law of gender teaches us to balance these energies within ourselves. For example, when planning a project, you might use masculine energy to act and organize but need feminine energy to intuit what's important and create innovative solutions. An imbalance, like too much action without reflection, can lead to burnout, while excessive passivity may prevent progress. Applying this law means honoring both energies in your life. If you find yourself forcing a situation, ask, how can I incorporate more receptivity and patience? Conversely, if you've been waiting too long without taking action, ask, what steps can I take to move forward? The law of gender reflects the balance between all universal laws. Just as masculine and feminine energies work together, so do the other laws, intertwining to create a balanced reality. By integrating this law, you connect to an inner harmony that reflects in all areas of your life. These laws aren't just philosophical concepts. They're practical tools for manifesting our dreams, finding balance, and living consciously. By applying these laws in daily life, we can align our vibrations, act with intention, and create a more harmonious reality. The journey doesn't end here. Understanding these laws is only the beginning. The true power lies in practicing them and witnessing the changes they bring to your life. If this content resonated with you, like the video and subscribe to the channel for more transformative reflections. Share it with someone who's also seeking to live in harmony with the universe. Together, we can create a wave of positive energy that benefits not only our lives but the world around us. Thank you for watching, and until our next journey,